there's a lot of implications. It's a very hard thing to pull off, but if I were to have a bucket list, it would certainly be on it.
All right, go ahead.
Connor Zilisch, this is Andrew Kim for Speedway Media. 8 years ago, William Byron, who drove for Junior Motorsports, became the youngest Xfinity winner here at Indy at 19 years, 7 months, and 22 days. Based on the records, you have also become the youngest Xfinity winner here at 19 years and 4 days. You talked about how significant it was winning here at Indy, and also talked about that, and also being the youngest winner here at the track.
Yeah, it's really cool. I feel like I've had a lot of people tell me, you're breaking this record, that record, and it's really cool, honestly. I appreciate, the fact that I'm able to do that. I'm young enough to do that. But my goals are much higher than, what I'm doing here on Saturdays. I want to be like, a Hall of Famer in the sport. I want to do great things. I want to leave the sport better than I found it. I still have a long journey ahead of me, but to be the youngest driver to kiss the bricks is, certainly a really cool feeling. But I have a lot of dreams and goals that I want to achieve, and these are only a fraction of them.
All right.
Connor, Tim Haley of Eat My Ink. Did you, wow, I just blanked out.
It's okay.
No worries.
Scott Speed. It's great to hear his name come up again after a long time. Well, how did you get hooked up with Scott?
Scott helps all the Chevrolet development drivers and is a big part of that, and he'll tell you, but he enjoys helping people more than he enjoys the thrill of driving at his age. And for someone to be like that and to give up what they love to help others is really cool. And he's been a big part of my growth and journey, and the driver and person I am today to this point. And I definitely owe him a lot.
All right. Go ahead, Reed.
Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire. All 6 of your Xfinity wins have come in your Xfinity debuts on the respective tracks. Do you think you have a special gift for being able to adapt quickly to changing circumstances like that, or is it more the work you're doing behind the scenes?
I think it's a mix of both. I don't want to discredit my work and the effort I put in before I go to the track every week, but I'll tell people all the time that some people have it and some people don't, and I'm very fortunate that I was born with whatever the gift is of being able to drive a race car fast. But with that said, I there's no driver that can. There's a lot of talented drivers in this series, right? And to set yourself apart, you have to do the work. And I show up to every track, and I know exactly where I'm going to lift. I know exactly where I'm going to brake, and I make sure I know what I'm doing before I go to the racetrack. And with simulators these days, when I show up to a track, I feel like I've already driven on it before. So I'm very fortunate to have a lot of tools around me and people around me that help me prepare for these moments.
All right, go ahead.
Ethan Brown, Indy Star. Connor, I wanted to follow up on something that Chris asked you a couple minutes ago on your goal or dreams or hopes of one day racing in the Indy 500. And I've got a lot on your plate, potentially heading to the Cup Series as soon as next year and everything you want to accomplish there. Would you envision, hoping to run the 500 once you get your feet settled in Cup sometime down the road? Is that something you would love to do whenever an opportunity might come about? What are your thoughts on, kind of balancing your hopes in Cup and something like that might come about with an Indy 500 ride?
Yeah, I definitely want to be settled here before I commit to doing something like that. That's a big time commitment, and I need to focus on what I'm doing here first. But down the road, if I get settled in and I'm doing well on Sundays, hopefully one day, it's certainly something that I'd want to do. And I don't want to wait. It's such a cool race, and even today, like just driving past every grandstand and imagining people in every seat is something that's pretty unreal. So I definitely want to be able to experience that, and the only time to do that is in May. So hopefully I'll get the chance to do that.
My Place Hotels is proud to be the official hotel partner of Frontstretch. With plush beds, in-room kitchens, and pet-friendly hotels, My Place makes for the perfect pit stop when traveling. Frontstretch fans can use promo code Frontstretch to save 10% on your stay at any of our nationwide properties. Sign up for our Stay Rewarded program to get even more savings. With My Place Hotels, don't just stay, stay rewarded.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Come back more for some great racing video content. And if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.